Good morning, everyone. Chill Girl Chrissy here, Alderman in Ward 6. Welcome to the Chill and Heal Show. We're here to fuel your mind, body, and soul with goodness. Open up, share, be real, be raw, overcome, let go, and simply live a joyous, chill life. And I am blessed to be sitting besides Cathi and Peter, co-presidents of NHPCC, New Hampshire Prostate Cancer Coalition. My great buddies, crusaders for prostate cancer. And this show is going to be, it's going to be about getting involved and your why. Why did I get involved with NHPCC? It's been a couple decades now.
Yeah, you're the long one.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah, I'll say.
My dad reeled me in when he was going through prostate cancer, but it was the PSA test that helped him, I believe, stick around for 18 more years after he got the PSA test. So in his positive attitude, his mindset, and just caring and sharing, really, I believe that's how we end up living our best life.
Yeah.
And I know that we lost him in, July 2015. It's been 10 years, going on 11 years. It's still heartbreaking, but we carry on, and it's we need more people to get involved.
Yeah.
And you guys have taken the reins. It's been a couple years because we had Dick Hatton and Ann Hatton leading the way. They're still part of our board, and
most definitely.
of course Harvey,
Absolutely.
legendary Harvey, who we love so much.
And
so-
Dave Coons.
And Dave Coons,
Who's,
and
mover and shaker for sure.
Yeah.
for sure,
Yep.
and so many others. And I mean, we should have a picture up. Next time you guys come on, we'll get a picture of all the definite years that we've been all together.
Yeah.
And so do you want to share well, first of all, they are retired educators that are beloved. And so I'll tell you this, I love when we are hanging out and we are chilling and a student comes up, and obviously they're an adult now.
I know.
Because
adults.
you become
Right.
adults when you're 18, 19, and they're like,
A
oh
lot
my
of them
God.
are older than that, though.
Yeah, well, and then they're like, oh my God, you made such a huge difference in my life.
Yeah.
So thank you for being extraordinary educators
Thank you.
and community leaders, and for continuing this fight against prostate cancer and to lift people up. And so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you
Everything
having
you've
us.
done. But,
Well, you know what? It is. We've had a couple shows, and this is. This show will be. Hey, we want you to get involved
Right.
and participate, and we have an amazing. Dick Hatton always rolls in the extraordinary entertainers, and that's what NHPCC has been known for, is
Right.
bringing amazing entertainers to Manchester. The Palace Theater, one of my favorite places in Manchester.
Absolutely.
And that is April 23rd. So April 23rd, get your tickets at the Palace Theater. Jenene, she's extraordinary woman. She battled cancer herself, lost her dad to prostate cancer. So we all have stories, and on why are we here, and why do we continue, and why is it important to us?
And the neat thing about the
Yeah.
show coming up in April is that if you buy one ticket and mention New Hampshire Prostate Cancer Coalition, you get a free ticket. So you get a 2 for 1. So
2 for 1.
And that's over $40 you're saving. So, and it's going to be a great show. Broadway songs that everyone recognizes, and
She's
have been
awesome.
she's
awesome.
So come and enjoy yourself. It'll
Yes.
She's
be
got a
great
beautiful
night.
voice, and she just engages the audience.
Yes.
It's fun. Fun
Oh
night.
my God, amazing entertainer, unbelievable singer. I mean, extraordinary woman with an amazing heart.
Yeah.
And
For
I,
sure.
I first of all, I love shows, and she just next levels it too.
Yeah.
And for her to be fighting and getting the word out for prostate cancer.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
So, Peter and Cathi, how did we all get here? We all have our different stories.
Well, I've been involved for, I think, 9 years now. And, I got involved because one of the board members, Bill Thornton, who had prostate cancer, and he's on our board, he approached me and said, "Hey, I heard you just got diagnosed with prostate cancer." And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, do you want to get involved?" I said, and I said, "Well, what do you mean involved?" And, he said, "Well, trying
Peter
to."
never says no.
Yeah, I never say no.
You're
so-
like, hey, I'm fighting cancer right now.
I'll do it. But, so I said, yeah, what can I do? And what is the goal? And, he explained it. We want to end prostate cancer deaths in New Hampshire, which sounds pretty noble.
Yeah.
So I got involved, and being a former educator, I like to talk. So I sort
And
of
educate.
yeah,
You
yeah,
share.
because
Right.
education is a big thing, and we have discovered men don't do a very good job of being proactive about their own health.
Yeah.
So I got involved, and I started going out and speaking at different events, and then COVID hit. But before that, I was teaching with Cathi. And I knew her husband, John, so I approached Cathi and said,
You need to get involved.
She's like, come along, come
Yes,
along.
come tell your story.
Yeah.
yeah, which is great.
Well,
Well, it's not a great story.
right, but it's why I got involved because, I know how important that early detection is,
Yeah.
and my husband didn't have the PSA screening. It had fallen out of favor when I went to the Zero Prostate Cancer Summit. I realized that it had fallen out of favor during those years, and so I was less mad at him then. So
Yeah.
he didn't have the PSA test, and by the time he had symptoms, his PSA was 600, and it was all through his body. But you mentioned your dad and his attitude, and
Yeah.
my husband's attitude was good, great. He said he was given time to say things he needed to say to his family and his friends, and he kind of showed us how to die. Really, he did a pretty fantastic job, but that kept him alive for 4 years. So, and then
So you had him for 4 more years.
Yep. even
Peacefully.
with all of that,
Everything.
right, but. If I knew then what I know now,
Hindsight
I would have
2020.
nagged
Nagged
him.
him.
I would have nagged him.
Yes.
And he would have gotten that PSA test.
Yep. And as we pull back like the different curtains and so forth in life, I had heard something about my dad. Like my dad's first doctor didn't do the PSA test.
Because it had fallen out of favor.
Yeah, and so I don't know if he would advocated for it or if my stepmom advocated for it. I'm not too sure. I'll have to find that. I'll have to ask Evelyn. But he did. They did push for it, and that's when he started his journey of fighting his, which was 18 years.
Yeah.
And there was just there was so much to it.
Yeah.
And we never know. So it's like we always want to have a positive attitude because you never
Right.
know what's going to come along.
Exactly.
And then, and what we put in our bodies matter.
Yeah.
What we eat, how we exercise, what
Right.
we put in our minds, and positive attitudes, prayer, the power of prayer. It's so essential.
Absolutely.
And so we never know. When I was part of the National Alliance for Prostate Cancer coalitions across the country, it was in 2019, I went, and there was a few doctors talking about how if we eat right, we literally can kill cancer. Sugar feeds cancer. So if we can eliminate it, I know it's hard. It's
Yeah,
really,
really.
really hard.
Sure is.
But if we're determined and if we have all the facts, then it's a choice,
Right.
Yeah.
right? I'd rather have all the facts
Right.
and then let us make a choice.
Absolutely.
Which
But
is,
they've come so far now with some of the more, intrusive or, the ones that the men really don't want to have. Women get their screenings all the time.
you're talking about the rectal
the
exam.
rectal
Yes.
exam.
But
And- now
not,
that's
that's not the first.
That's not the
it
first
can't-
step.
the
No,
first step.
absolutely.
But the PSA is still questionable, because it does give false positives.
Yeah.
but it's a
baseline.
baseline.
And I
And
just
from there,
there's a brand new article I just sent out to the coalition.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new, because of AI, the good side of AI. I know
Yes,
there's a lot of controversy.
Because there is
but one
some
of-
problems with
but
AI.
One
Oh,
of, One
absolutely.
of the
Yeah.
great things is that they have, it's called Prostate ID, a brand new company started in 2018, has developed with AI a way that with the MRI, when you have your scan,
yeah,
it will focus on the lesions that are found on the prostate, and it will diagnose them, through a computer, through an algorithm that is much more accurate.
oh,
And that is it just got approved by the Food and Drug
they're
Administration.
coming up with
Yeah, so new
many
things are coming,
Right.
along
So there's always
far.
hope.
Oh,
Oh,
there's always
always.
hope. Always
Yes.
hope.
And early detection is what is the most important.
Yeah. I mean, if you get
Totally,
that baseline,
totally.
and then
Right.
you can,
It's
you
with any
can go
cancer,
from there.
really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My neighbor, one of my neighbors, I was out shoveling, and he was shoveling, and he said, "Oh, Peter, I should have given more money to your coalition." And I said, "Why, Jim?" And he said, "Well, I got to go for a biopsy next week." I said, "Oh no." He said, "Yeah." He said, I put off the PSA. He's 63. I said, "So when did
Oh,
you
he's so
start?"
young.
And he said, "Well, not until last year, And he said, I said, "Well, what was your PSA?" He said 7.3, which 4 is the sort of the
Kinda
red
cut off,
flag.
yeah.
Can we go through what that is exactly?
Yeah, when you have now they're recommending, if you have no history in your family and if you're not African American, which has a higher rate of prostate cancer, you should start when you're at least 45. They used to say 50. That's when I had my first one done.
Okay.
But 45, 40 if you have a history or if you're African American. And your PSA is an indication the cancer produces, an enzyme that,
Right.
will tell in the PSA whether there's a risk of prostate cancer.
So it's protein-specific antigen.
And
Can you repeat that?
yeah.
Protein.
Protein-specific antigen that shows up in your blood.
Right. And it's not perfect, but if they get that, as Kathy said, if you get the baseline, then you can watch it. Mine went from like in the 2s, and then over the a few years it started going. When it hit 4, my primary care doctor, she said, "Yeah, you're going to Manchester Urology." And I said, "Well, okay." And not knowing a lot about prostate cancer because it's sort of was under the radar.
Oh, it not only under the radar, but people men that have it don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. But us women,
Yeah.
we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Literally, the men
Yeah.
will say, we were at a function, an event, and someone, who shall remain nameless, came up and said, "Yeah, I have prostate cancer, but I'm not telling anybody."
Right.
Well,
that's
okay.
the whole point of why we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but other men will say, have you had your PSA checked? Have you had prostate checked? And they'll say, "Oh yeah, I had a colonoscopy last week."
Yes.
Or
There's-
last month.
exactly.
And we say, "Well,
That's
that's
not the
sort of
same."
in the same area, but it doesn't. That's not the prostate."
Right.
So you have a lot of misconceptions where, as you said, education and awareness comes
Yeah.
into play.
And
Yeah.
what I love for right now
Oh.
is the advertisements that Gronkowski did for the Super Bowl.
That was
Love
amazing.
Yeah,
that. It uses humor, but it made the point strongly. It's
Yeah.
only a blood test.
It's
It's
only
a simple
test.
blood test. I always say that. It's a simple blood test because if you wait too long, then you can have the complications.
Right.
And that does affect your manhood. So it's
Exactly.
like men need to know that because then if they know that, maybe they'll actually do something.
Right, early.
Because if you can prevent those complications,
Right.
I mean, it is complicated.
Right. I was with Dave Kuhn's our board member, and we were talking to some people, and they said, well, you got to die from something. Really? I was amazed that that mentality is still out there when you can do so much about it. And it can, just making sure that you are going in early and getting the screenings.
Proactive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and one of the misconceptions is that, it's, quote, only prostate cancer. And for some reason, the public had or at least did, hopefully
Yes,
not now,
hopefully
but
not
had the
now.
idea that, prostate cancer, is something you can live with. Well,
Not
as
necessarily.
you two know, it's
Yes.
Right.
not necessarily
No,
going to be
it's
the
true.
case. And dying of any cancer is horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, it affects the family.
Yeah.
It's not just that individual.
It's a family disease.
It is.
Yeah.
And it
is.
really, it's heartbreaking, and it's heavy.
And
And if we can avoid that, that's
Exactly.
why we're here, is because we care.
Exactly.
We want to inform you. Early detection is essential. What you put in your body is essential. And connecting. So, how impactful has this group been for all of us?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just been really impactful.
Right. As a retired educator, this has become my passion now. So I bring it up all the time,
Yeah.
wherever I am.
Yeah,
And you know what's amazing is, so when my dad passed away, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no.
When my dad passed away, there were so many people that came through the line at the FNUF Funeral Home, and I can't even tell you, there was at least a handful of men that said, you know what, I found out I had prostate cancer because your dad asked me, did you have your prostate checked?
Yeah.
Have you had a PSA test?
Yeah.
And he goes, and that is why I'm here today. So there was like
Absolutely.
those uncomfortable, or so what we call uncomfortable questions. Like my dad just asked. He didn't make it uncomfortable. He just asked. Maybe we felt a little uncomfortable, but it made people think.
Right.
And same thing that I had a good friend that I went to high school with came up to me at the Stash Dash, which we had, which was an amazing 5K race. He came up to me years in. He goes, you know what? I would have never known what I knew. And I ended up getting checked because of symptoms. And he did have it. And so he was in the fight.
Yeah.
And he's here still.
Yeah.
But and we were young back then.
Yeah.
So I say young, like 40s or something.
Yeah, well,
You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's young.
Yeah.
That's before
Right.
that milestone of like
Right.
50 years. And
My
sometimes
sons
we don't
both
know.
get
So
have
they
gotten,
get checked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have gotten checked.
So it's like that's where it's such a beautiful thing that you're
Right.
so active, both of you, and
Right.
asking that question.
Yeah.
And asking the question is getting easier all the
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
I think, when I first started, it was like when I was at an event, it was like, people would come up to the table and they'd see our banner and they, prostate cancer. I said, yeah, sort of, did you get your PSA checked? And they'd question what was that,
Yeah.
and that's getting fewer. More and more, man, I hear.
Thank you, Rob
Yeah,
Gronkowski.
are saying, yes, oh yes, I've had it checked. Sometimes they even go into detail that their wives are saying, come on, we have to go to the event. You don't need to talk about that. But, I think it's getting better. But
Oh,
I said
absolutely.
to a gentleman at this prostate organization out of Quincy, Mass, I said to him yesterday, it's the awareness, and we mentioned the commercial, the awareness is getting there, and that's great because, we all know that women have done a phenomenal job about breast
Absolutely.
cancer.
Yep.
And we're so far down in comparison to what their magnificent, accomplishments have been in getting people aware of breast cancer. So prostate cancer is pretty much the same, category in terms of deaths and
Yes.
diagnoses. So we need to get to that step, but we need help in doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're getting older.
So how can we help? We can show up to the events.
Absolutely.
And you can join. What's the website?
It is New Hampshire Prostate Cancer Coalition.org.
Okay. So you can go to their website, which is amazing. And we'll put this
It
in the
really
link, too.
is. It's a great website.
It really is.
Yeah.
We have lots of great information on there and a way to contact us if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even
And
if
we would
you just
love you to contact us
because
Yeah.
you know,
and
even
help
if
us in the fight.
even if you you don't want to be a board member, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we meet once a month. You know, it's not a great
It's not a lot of heavy lifting.
yeah, you know, but if you say, well, I don't want to be on a board, but you know, prostate cancer has impacted my life. I'd like to give back something. You know, we have events that you can come and be part of. It's fun. You know, most our events involve meeting people and talking to people. So
And it's all about connecting.
it's all about
telling
connecting.
your story.
Yeah.
You know, telling your story and giving people a reason for early detection to have
Yeah.
that PSA test.
Yeah.
Because you don't know whose life you're going to affect
Absolutely.
in a positive way. And I think that was when my point was sharing about the people that came up to me, like, your dad is the one that asked me that awkward question.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like, what?
good,
I don't
though.
even know what that is.
You know, we have the event on the 23rd at the Palace, but
Yes.
we have another event before that at
Okay, what do we have coming up?
Yeah, that
Carava
amazing.
Cares.
event.
Oh, Carava
Oh,
Cares.
yes, we got to talk about that because that's an amazing event.
It is.
It's an all-day event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
starts at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Anytime you come in, they have great lunches.
And this is Carrabba's in Bedford.
Bedford.
And
I think it's 9 up John Street or
yes,
something.
Yeah, up John Street.
And,
right near Trader Joe's.
Yeah, right. And so if you mention when you come in, of course, Peter and I will be there, probably,
All day.
yeah, saying hello to you for sure. And so if you come in and mention the Prostate Cancer Coalition, we get 15% of your check.
It doesn't
Which
cost
is-
you any more money.
Which is
No,
amazing.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And all the impact that you guys are doing. So you're sharing the
Yep.
awareness. It's a part of supporting the event for
We'll
Palace
have literature
Theater.
out. We have a little raffle going on, so it's fun. We're actually pretty fun. So
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
super fun. I was so excited they said yes to come on our show
So come
again.
and join us.
Yeah. And what's that date for Carrabba's?
That is March 19th. It's a Thursday.
March 19th. I will definitely make our way over there.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
from 11 to 9.
11 to 9, go meet Peter and Kathy
Yeah.
at Carrabba's in
Yes.
Bedford. Get involved. Get
And we'll
your,
have a sign-up sheet, so if you
Oh,
do want to
perfect.
get involved,
Sign
yeah.
up. Yeah.
right.
or just to come and chat and find out more. You
Absolutely.
know?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure the rest of the crew will be there as
Yeah,
well.
we
Absolutely.
hope. Yeah. You know,
Which
it's
is
always
so much
good-
fun.
Great food and great time.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and, you know, it's
The
it's
staff's
a
nice.
event. Yeah.
They're,
So
they're
nice.
They're wonderful. They're
It-
wonderful, and they have totally embraced us.
Yeah.
So
You know, and we have more events. We've just done, we did an event at Goffstown High School at their basketball game. We
Don't
did
drop the ball.
Don't drop the
Yep.
ball. We
Love
did
it.
one at Bedford High School, Don't Drop the Ball, and we did one at New England College for the men's and women's game.
Whoa, New
you
England
know.
College, my dad's alumni.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
really?
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's, you know, so and they, you know,
Okay.
they're all very receptive. They all like us there, and you know, people see us. You know, and I think that's
that's what we're hoping to make a difference.
yeah, you know, because it's hard to judge. We always question ourselves, how much impact are we making? But
Yeah.
like you said, when people say to you, I got my PSA checked because of your dad, or
Yeah.
because I came to an event, or I saw you.
Got this information.
Yeah, you know, so and that's hard to judge. We can't do. It's hard to do a survey or something or
Right.
find out, you know, how many people actually go and get their PSA checked because of us. But, you know,
But trust me, because we're always talking to people.
Yeah.
has to make an impact someplace.
Exactly. Exactly.
You definitely are. And thank you for bringing so much joy to NHPCC and our community and all you do.
No, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
This
My
is
gosh,
nice.
Absolutely.
This is so great. It's so
nice
great.
to get the word out this way.
Yeah, I know we only have a couple minutes. Do you have anything that you want to share that is
Anything to share. Come on, Peter.
Yeah, just we need the help. We need
We do need the
volunteers. We're doing at least two, maybe three golf tournaments this summer. We're going to have a table, so it's always nice to have somebody sitting there and can tell a story. Yeah, so there are a lot of things coming up, and we're making big moves to expand our awareness.
Right.
Both personally, but also via Facebook, the website,
And we've
also,
partnered with Elliott.
Yeah, the Elliott, the
Prostate-
Solinsky Center, the Elliott
sorry.
Yes.
John and the Mary and John
Yep.
Foundation,
Right.
the Payson Center, and 3 groups up at Dartmouth Cancer Center.
So, yeah, we're reaching out.
Which is amazing. And Chill Cares works with NHPCC
Yes,
all the
absolutely.
time.
All the time.
And it's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
to
and
all come
I got my
together.
Stark Brewery shirt on.
Yes,
As long as it's
Stark Brewery.
And they have great food and
Yes.
great
And
beverages.
they're very supportive.
they're very
They're
which is
so
wonderful.
supportive. Peter and Christine Telge, unbelievable.
They are.
Yeah.
Which is so great. So we're going to carry on the torch, keep raising awareness for prostate cancer, we're going to elevate the blue ribbon
We hope so, yes.
Right.
so that we can save more lives
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and bring more joy to our community.
Absolutely.
And we hope to see everyone. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Oh,
for
thanks
having
for
us.
having us. This was fun.
This is
fun.
so much fun. All right, so we'll have to have you back again to
All
talk
right.
about another event. And
Okay.
check out palacetheater.org and get your tickets and mention NHPCC for
get-
your buy one, get one
One
free.
free.
Absolutely.
You've got to come and see Jenene. And I think she'll be
Yeah.
on the Chill and Heal show again in April.
Oh, that's
good.
nice.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it'll be extraordinary.
And we'll see you March 19th at
Yes.
Carrabba's.
Carrabba's.
Exactly. So cheers to you, and God bless Manchester, and we love you.
Love you
Thank
too.
you,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
you.